Hey Sagittarius, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to spring. Let's go ahead and get into your reading for the first portion of April 2019. Show me energies present for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. So, I feel somebody here is needing to figure out what is, as far as making sure about what you're getting into and not being greedy about it. Sometimes we can, I don't know, it's almost as if we're entering into something where we have to look at the situation on the whole as far as what we're truly getting into it for. Like, what are we chained to as far as like our negative aspects? Are we upholding those things as we go into this next phase with ourselves or with a person? It feels like the exchange here, if you are with a person, feels like somebody may be operating from a space of greed, deception, negativity. It feels like they are doing what they can to get what they want. And I think it's important for you to be very clear about how you, that's you, be clear about how you want to let go of certain aspects of that, because it just gets in your way. If it's somebody that you are dealing with, I think it's important for you to be on, I don't want to say on guard, but like be conscious about that type of energy, Sagittarius. Somebody that you're dealing with may be dealing with you for their own gain. Somebody here feels like they're doing something for their own gain, and it doesn't feel good. It's like they're working out of their lower level energy. You have the Five of Wands here, so difficulties communicating your own information as far as what you want in your life, difficulties figuring out how to release that type of energy because you know that it only keeps you chained to a negative aspect when you could be having so much more in a healthier way versus trying to take and milk a situation to suit your benefits and your needs. Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot out there for us, but like, and it's for us. You just have to go after it. But the way we go after it is really important. It shows us who we are, how we show up in our own lives, and what makes, how we make sense of it all. I hope that makes sense to you. King of Pentacles here. We've got the King of Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Somebody who's financially astute, somebody who's a businessman, somebody who's a family man, but also somebody who is it benefactor? Somebody who gives money. Somebody, it could be dealing with a boss that you're dealing with. It could be dealing with a bank. Somebody dealing like a financial advisor. Something here is feeling very fishy about money. Something here is feeling strange about the exchange, what somebody can get out of somebody. And if it's not money, then there's like a guise behind the security that somebody is going after. There's conflict here. You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician behind it. So, yeah, in regard to this, how do you go about getting what you want? Okay, without stepping on people's toes, without demeaning anybody or yourself, without lying, without deception. There are a lot of ways to go about it. I think if you have an understanding of, I don't know, Sagittarius, it's strange. Like, I keep getting this feeling of somebody who is, it's like they milk situations for what they are. They, what they can get out of them. I don't know. It's like this weird covert energy that I'm feeling. It doesn't feel great. And And it's like trying to move past that. I feel that some of you, and I'm not trying to call you thieves or liars, but it feels like some of you may be dealing with like shedding certain aspects of yourself that get in the way of you having more in your life, because it's like you may be chained or tied to a way of thinking or being from the past. And it feels more so like an energy where it's like an energy of lack, an energy of how when, you know, say you get a dog who's been abused and they've been starved, and you give them food and you have endless amounts of food for them. And every single time they go to the bowl, they're like, you know, and they just tear through everything, eat every morsel, and then they're like ready for more. And anytime food's out, they're super food aggressive. They're very, you know, and maybe that's a bad analogy, but it feels like there's an energy here where we have to tame ourselves, where we need to not be greedy, where we need to not be tied to these old ways of being. And that's for some of you on an internal level. Some of you are dealing with somebody who is stealing from your home. Somebody's dealing with somebody who is taking what they can from you. It may be a situation with somebody that you've known for a long time, who's in your family, friends. I think it's important for you to stand your ground very much about that, if you know who this is, because it feels like you've been very giving to this person, and it just feels like an abusive example of somebody taking advantage of you. Okay. And it could be a partner. Who knows? It could be a partner as well. Yeah. Okay, so show me for the King of Pentacles. You have the Two of Cups in reverse for the King of Pentacles. This could be somebody who, you know, says that they love you, yet that's not how they're acting. It could be somebody who you basically have to cut out of your life, or they will be cutting you out. It's somebody who's very stubborn in their ways in regard to what they're doing. If you have somebody that is dishonest with you, and it doesn't have to necessarily mean just money, this situation. I'm feeling heavy money though. But this situation feels like somebody who is basically... it's hard for them to come to their emotions. It's hard for them to be open in that way. And so like getting what they can, or like just, I don't know, there's like an energy here of greediness and childishness that's accompanying that. It gets in the way of friendships. It gets in the way of love relationships. It causes people to fall apart because you can't trust that. And it's almost as if this person is incredibly stubborn in regard to that. It may not be that they're just like, oh, fuck it, you know, I'll do whatever I want. But it could be that this person has like a way of being about them where it's like they take and they take and they take. And it causes downfall in a relationship. And I think it's important here for you to start moving forward in your life, you know, by learning from this situation, because this is the final card here. The Magician. We have all of this here. It's like you could be back and forth in regard to this person wanting to be with them. But I feel here too, it's like with this being on your mind, it's almost as if we're willing to start something new with yourself. I don't know about this person. I don't feel that it's like with them, but let's see. Show me the Ten of Pentacles. So you have the Hermit here popping out for the Ten of Pentacles. This is looking in on a situation. Does this situation cause stability to happen? Does it nurture stability? Does it cause you to feel satisfied in your relationship with this person? Or, you know, and it doesn't have to be a love relationship. This could be a family, friend, a cousin, an uncle, an aunt, a brother, you know, whomever. But it just feels that somebody here is being very immature in regard to finances, or in regard to the stability that this situation has brought, and they are willing to take from it at whatever cost it is to the relationship, to you. It's very greedy. It's somebody who doesn't really want to sit down and listen. You know, they just kind of do what they do. So, hi Marcel. It almost feels like you want to walk. Show me the Six of Pentacles. So the moon here with the Six of Pentacles. In regard to this, you know, it's like this person may have hidden motives, hidden agendas, hidden, you know, they may take things from you. I feel that it's like, what's that term? Robbing Peter to pay Paul or something like that. I don't know. It just feels like they're not on the level with you as far as the balance goes. This could be balance in your relationship in general, or this could be a financial balance. This person feels very out of balance, so they feel like they're very hard in their ways, and their side of things is not really being shown. It's like they have a facade, they have a secretive side, and it's difficult to navigate that because you don't really know how to approach it, how to navigate it. The Seven of Cups. So for the Seven of Cups, you have the High Priestess and you have the Death card here. Virgo energy, Scorpio energy, Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a water sign. Here you have Pisces, Cancer energy, Aries, Virgo. But either way, this is talking about really looking into the situation, trusting your intuition, recognizing what is not being shown to you. You have two cards of secrecy here in regard to things that are given, things that are done underhandedly, things that are done in disguise in the dark. These two cards talk about secrets. They talk about energy that's not shared, information that is not shared. And it's talking about letting that go, transforming a situation on your own, I feel. You know, I don't know if this person is necessarily going to change. We have the Hermit card here looking in on this King of Pentacles with the Two of Cups in reverse. It's like looking in on a situation like, do I want to do this any longer? Does this make sense for me to be in this situation any longer? Can I be happy here? But also, it's not even just that. It like addresses other levels of, well, does this help my spiritual growth? Is this something that I can grow with? Is this a growth point where I can like detach from this type of energy or this type of person, or just let them go out of my life entirely? And it feels like there's some level of conflict here. You know, you can see a person for how they operate, what they present, you know, and that shows you much of the truth about a person. You know, it's like they can talk until the cows come home, but like their actions speak louder than words, obviously. And it's really important here for you to look at a situation in its totality and see what needs to go, trim the fat, shut it out, you know, recognize what works and doesn't work. And if that literally means that you're being siphoned from, or your family is being siphoned from, if this is like a family member or a friend that's like taking from your family or household, no matter how much you love them, sometimes those connections need to be cut off, you know, so just be conscious of that. Okay. And they have options. They have other options. You know, they may also, you also may be dealing with a person who has other means of getting what they want, and they're not telling you about that, and they're getting it from other places as well as you, you know, and that needs to come down. That needs to stop. To the Five of Wands for Sagittarius. So you have the Three of Pentacles popping out in reverse for this. This is conflict. This is frustration. It's not being able to communicate with somebody solidly. And, you know, it goes against your family. It goes against stability in your relationship. Yeah, it goes against what you want. And here, this basically talks about letting things go that no longer serve you. It's you know, having a situation that you're not willing to put any more effort into. You're not willing to build with somebody. You're not willing to continue on with somebody because you're not in alignment. It just brings confusion, frustration, and a lack of clarity. Show me the Magician. So for the Magician, you have the World popping out in reverse. Big lessons. But, you know, this is good, because the World in reverse, this is going to show you that you are basically not letting a cycle die. Okay, so it's like you're caught in the cycle with this person, or they are caught in a cycle with you, whatever. But it's showing you that right now you're knocking on the door of change, but you have to take this by the hand, or how do I say that? Not take it by the hand. You've got to take control of this situation and basically shut it out. This is essentially not allowing things to die. It's like giving chances to people who don't deserve any more chances. You know, not recognizing a situation that needs to be let go of. It's essentially enabling somebody, you know, because, you know, well, maybe we can give it another chance, and maybe, you know, maybe they'll change this time. But it's like, if somebody's proven to you that they're not going to do that, or they've done this over and over again, maybe it's time for you to take care of yourself and move forward in what you want, you know? Show me 2 more cards. So you have the Star popping out in reverse. And you have the Page of Cups popping out in reverse with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or an Aries. I think this situation is essentially calling you to trust your intuition. This person feels like they're emotionally out of balance, or the situation has caused you to feel emotionally out of balance. Being able to trust somebody who is very pig-headed and strong-willed, it's difficult. And I'm feeling that this person is showing up as this way. I'm going to read it both ways, though, for you and for them. So, yeah, being careful about what you're being presented. You know, it's not clear. It causes you to feel off balance, off kilter. I think that it's important to pay attention to, Sagittarius. If somebody is not coming clear with you, not coming correct, not being honest with you, especially on emotional level, you know, and you know that they're like off balance emotionally, I can understand how you want to give them a chance again and see the light in it. But also sometimes people like that can abuse a situation. You know, not everybody changes. It's Marcel. With this energy too, as far as you are concerned, this is utilizing your information that you've received about this, okay? It's letting go. It's moving forward towards something that you want. It's really taking the bull by the horns and making it happen for you. So you have Priestess here. How are you being called to step up and lead? Priestess. So how are you being called to step up and lead? What's going on in your life where it's like you're having a difficult time stepping up to this? Because it feels like something here or somebody here is basically, this was at the bottom of the deck underneath the Emperor. Somebody here is in their mind about a situation, not being able to let a situation go, having a difficult time seeing the truth of it, and yet you're presented with the truth face to face, and some of you may be guarding against it, not wanting to see that in its fullness. But like, how is that blocking you from moving forward on your own path? You know, sometimes we have to let go of people that prove time and time again that they can't be trusted. And Sagittarius, you guys are beautiful, but like I'm not going to say you care too much, but I'm saying the way you care is you're very forgiving in a lot of ways. You're very, you nurture people. You want to take care of them. You can see the good and the bad and like see the positive in certain ways. But, you know, I'd say be careful about not being trampled on, because sometimes people will take advantage of you. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, so you have the 9 of Pentacles here in regard to this situation. The 9 of Pentacles talks about somebody who chooses to be alone. They choose to act alone on their own. It's an energy where we step away from a situation because we know it no longer makes sense for us to be part of it. It doesn't offer stability. It doesn't offer happiness or growth. You know, this card talks about cultivating your happiness and growth, being on your own, seeing your own potential and going for it, being very clued in and keyed in to what makes sense for you in your life versus, you know, it's all about like self reflection, self. It's about the self. It's about nurturing the self here. But it's also about doing things on your own. It's about building your own money, stabilizing your own finances, you know, not giving to people who are taking from you. So I don't know how loving that was for a love reading, but it is what it is, Sagittarius. And yeah, I hope that this reading was helpful for you. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but for those that it do, it do. Yeah, I will be back in a couple of weeks for your mid-month April reading. All right, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.